welcome back to another video. Okay, so I know I haven't posted in like a month, but I'm a mom and I just be having to make more time for you guys. Like, I know my fan base is like building a little bit, gotta start from the bottom and work my way up. But today I'm gonna do a story time. The time that I snuck out the house. I'm not going to use real people's names, but we'll just use like different names. Okay, so this was in the summer of, it wasn't last summer, it was like summer of 2016. And being a teenager, I was 16 at the time. Being a teenager, you do things and not always the best decisions, but you always learn from your decisions. But this is what happened. Okay, so it was just like a regular summer day. It was hot outside. Everybody was outside. Nobody was really like too active or whatever. And I believe I had gotten in trouble the day before that. So my mom was like, I can't go outside, the next day or whatever, because I didn't do something. I don't remember exactly what it was. I don't know if it was my mom or my dad. Somebody said that I couldn't go outside. Me and, what am I going to call this person? Me and Matilda. We decided, since we cannot go outside when they're, when they take a little nap or something, or they run to the grocery store, we're going to go outside because why? It's the summertime. Now, I'm not saying that this is okay, but that's just what we did at the time. So, me and Matilda were chilling or whatever. We're bored. Nobody's really, telling us to come outside. So, we just start texting people, what are you doing today? This and that. Because, in the summertime, people chill during the day. But when the sun goes down, that's when the party gets started. So, I can cut that part out. So, me and Matilda was making up this plan. I'm talking about we went full force with this one. We're like, da 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 da. We're gonna go this. We're gonna do this and that. We realized we wrote everything down. We strategized it to a T. What we were gonna do, what time we were gonna do it, who we were gonna go see, where we're gonna go, how we're gonna pull this off. How do you pull it off, especially since you have as many siblings as I do? How are you gonna make sure someone doesn't tell on you? Make sure, we had to come up with everything. So, bribery was number one because, if you have younger siblings, you have to bribe them in order for them not to say anything. So, bribery was number one on the list, okay? So, step number one, bribe our smaller siblings, that's not okay, but we had to do what we had to do to get what we wanted accomplished, period. So, we had to bribe them, and it worked. Sit them in front, you can't really do too much to bribe a little kid. You kind of know, depends, but wasn't that hard for us. We'll get you this and that from the store when we leave out if you don't tell mommy and daddy. It just went like that. And then, step number two, how are we going to get dressed, get in the shower, do our hair, do our makeup, put on accessories, put on smell goods, and then hit the door? How are we going to leave out the door? That was the thing. We weren't going to leave out the door. We concocted a plan to leave out the window, not the door. Why? Because why would you leave out the front doors and risk being seen? See, if they would have pulled back up and said, I forgot something in the house, we would have been busted. So, window was the only option. Mind you, we're on the first floor, so this wasn't dangerous. Nobody got hurt or anything. So, as soon as they said it, wherever they were going to the grocery store. They either went to the grocery store or they went to get us snacks from 7-Eleven or something. Mind you, 7-Eleven is literally is like 2 seconds away from where we lived at, so we had to do this real fast. So we put on our clothes, do our hair, Then we put on our pajamas over our clothes. Me and Matilda, we were sweating because, you know, mind you, it's the summertime and it's hot. So, you know, we were sweating. Okay, so we put on our regular clothes on top, on the bottom of our pajama clothes. And we sitting there pretending like we chilling, blah, blah, blah. We're sitting here like, oh, I'm honestly, my heart was like beating so fast. I'm like, what if we get caught? We really not going to be able to go back outside for the rest of the summer. We're basically, it's either all or nothing. We either sit in the house all day and be bored, or we take a risk. We said we're going to take a risk. So that's what we did. We're just sitting there, da-da-da. Boom. They leave out. Boom. We look out the window. Because we have blinds, so just creep, key in the ignition, pull off. We're like, bet, it's time to go. Plan the motion. We leave out. We get outside. Look both ways. We headed. We run. We just run. We don't even know we going. We probably going, I think we went the wrong way, but we just run. We just run as far as we can away from the house. Step number 2 was get farthest away from the house, because if we still by the house, we're still risking getting caught, even though we're still risking getting caught because we left the house when we wasn't supposed to leave the house. Okay, so we just running. Me and Matilda, we out of breath. We just running. And so we're sitting here like, where are we going? We're probably going the wrong way. So we stop. We're like, okay. We start texting our friends, where you at? Like, meet us here. We need a plan. We need to be in the house by this, that. But mind you, how are we supposed to know when they get back from the store if we outside? So we're like, where you at? So people start meeting up with us. We're telling them our plan. They're like, you're so stupid. You should have just stayed in the house. We're like, we know, but it's the summertime. We want to do what we want to do. You feel? We want to be teenagers. You only live one time, so why not take a risk? We're sitting here like panicking. We're trying to calm down, but then again, we're panicking. I'm like, what if they come in the house right now looking for us? Like, what if anything could have happened? Like, we could have, like, just anything. What if they would have left something in the house and they needed to come get it? Like, just anything could have happened and we could have just got caught right then and there. Mind you, we're not supposed to be out of the house. We are outside. Like, we are outside. We are not supposed to not be outside. We're not supposed to be outside. So we're sitting here like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? We're sitting here, we're like hyperventilating. Then we finally calm down. About 5 minutes passed. We calmed down. We're like, okay, we're going to calm down. Maybe everything will be everything, okay? So we're chilling. We're talking with our friends, blah, blah, blah. And, like, something in my gut, like, an hour had passed. Something in my gut was like, just go back in the house. Just go back in the house, 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 go back in the house. Go back in the house, Destiny. Go back in the house. And I asked Matilda, I was like, should we go back in the house? She was like, no, we good, girl. We made it out of there. We're good. And I'm like, Matilda, do you think we made the right decision? Because me, if anything, if I get caught, you can throw it under the bus. Because I'm not trying to stay in the house the whole summer. Like, that wasn't going to ruin my summer. No. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go back to the house because I feel like so guilty about this. I feel like we're going to get caught. I feel like I'm having all these different emotions, but I'm trying to, like, keep it calm, not trying to seem like I'm, like, all scared or whatever. So I'm like, oh my gosh, Matilda, like, we're gonna get it, Matilda. Like, we are gonna be in so much trouble. She's like, okay, fine, since you want to blah, 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 since you want to be like a little crybaby and a little, like, you wanted to sneak out, but now you want to go back in. Since you want to be a procrastinator, let's just go back in the house for a little bit. Then we're coming back out. So as we're walking up to the house, the car is out front. I'm talking about the car is parked. There's nobody in the car. The keys are not in the ignition. The car is parked. Nobody. I was about to cry. I can't even get the words out because I feel that anxiety coming over my body all over again. I'm talking about my heart fell to my toes. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, Matilda, we're caught. They're here. She's like, what? I'm like, the car's right here. Like, they're here. They're in the house. We probably got caught. We're going to get in trouble. Like, we're pretty much dead. Like, with that, oh my gosh. We're dead, Matilda. Like, our summer's gone, Matilda, so what should we do? She was like, we should just stay outside and just live it up since, you know, since we already didn't got caught, you might as well, we can't make it no worse. I'm like, no, we just need to go in the house. So we got in the house. And I'm just sitting here like, my summer's ruined. Like, I just started mentally preparing myself. Like, I took my clothes off. I've wrapped my hair back up. I'm like, my summer's over. Bye to all my friends. Goodbye to all my plans. Goodbye to everything and everybody and every place that I wanted to go and everything I wanted to do. Every pool I wanted to go to, every water park, anything that I wanted to do. I took it out of my head. I was just like, no. I was just like, my life is over. Like, I really was like about to cry because I was like, my summer's ruined. I can't like do anything I want to do. Matilda, she's sitting there like, we ain't gonna get caught, so I don't know why you tripping for. And I'm sitting here like, you don't even understand. Like, our summer is over. Like, we're not gonna be able to do anything. So we take our clothes off or whatever. We sit there for a little bit. Then we hear a knock at our door, at our room door. We open it. And my dad was like, what are y'all in here doing? We're like, nothing. We're just sitting here talking. He was like, oh, okay. He closed the door. And I'm sitting here like, I'm stunned because I'm expecting him to be like, y'all snuck out this house. Where did y'all go? And all this other stuff. But no, he was cool, calm, and collected. He was like, okay, closed the door back. And we're sitting here looking at each other like, did he realize we were gone or did they just get back? Like, we didn't know what happened. So we kind of like tested the waters a little bit. So we left out the room, you know, we started mingling with everybody, just taking it slow and easy. And we're just like, hey, like, what'd you guys get from the store? What'd you guys get us? Stuff like that. Just like asking like little questions. Just like easing our way in the situation. They didn't mention anything about us being gone. No, like, we were good. Like, our siblings didn't snitch. My big sister didn't snitch. Like, nobody snitched. The little kids didn't even snitch, which was real surprising. But after everything was said and done, and after everybody was chilling, after everybody ate their snacks or whatever we got from the store, the little kids come in the room like, so where's our stuff? Y'all said y'all was going to get us, huh? Y'all better give us our stuff or we're going to tell. We're like, oh my gosh. So just gave him a little money, a little $5, and just told him to go around the way because, you know, when you're small, $5 is like $100 for real, for real. So, yeah, that's how that happened. And me and her, me and Matilda sat there in our room like, oh my gosh, we really pulled that off. Like, we really sat outside. We really chilled a little bit today. Even though we knew we were not supposed to be outside, we still did it. Like, we felt really proud of ourselves. Not that sneaking out is okay because it's not okay. And Mom, you know, if you're watching this, you know. Anyways, yeah, so that's the time that I did not get caught sneaking out. And yeah, like, comment, and subscribe, and bye.